Thanks for bringing me up to speed on,
49 North.
yeah. That's a nice book.
Just specification, or just the drawings for our 25th East and 49th North signal project.
Oh, really?
That's on, yeah, that's,
Good thing Canada has
And
lots of
wires.
trees.
so on the agenda is to discuss and talk about this 25th East and 49th North and wire signal. The plans are essentially there. The right-of-way agreement has been signed. He hasn't gone in and got his money yet from the title company. Title company has tried to get a hold of Mark Bradford. And so far, he's been kind of a non-hears back from. But if we are to go out and do this summer, we kind of need a decision on whether we're gonna actually have Horrocks Engineering go out to bid on it and go forth with the project. That's why I added it to the agenda. You can look through that if you want. A lot of pages for not really a whole lot of infrastructure work. There's a little bit of pavement reconstructing and stuff. But most of it is about the span wire signal.
And where's Radford, which corner is he on?
He is on the north or the southwest corner. And it's just an easement that we.
Because there's a field there, is
What's that?
isn't it just a field there?
It is just a field right now. But we have to move the power poles. And because we have to move the power poles to accommodate this, that's why we need the easement.
He's not a relative as far as I know. Just.
Back to 1400s, I bet you're.
I don't think we have to go back that far, but
Well, that's it. He's talking about the 250.
Oh, yeah.
celebration thing.
so what's the question for us?
Question is, do you want us to go out to bid on this?
Is it in the budget already?
Well. There's money in the budget, but I don't know how much the bid is going to come back as. And so, is there the exact amount? No, there's not the exact amount. There is money in the budget and the county has typically gone forth and made a decision to go out to bid and
Right.
move forward with it. And then
Now, what if we don't like the bids?
if
Then
we
you
don't
bid
like the
again.
bids,
Or if we
we
can't
can
afford
choose
them.
not to accept them and
Okay.
you don't do the project.
Didn't you say it was gonna be about $1 million, you thought?
That is the engineer's estimate.
And this has to be done. This is,
Where is it exactly? I'm trying to visualize it, but it's,
And where, if you go out.
The four-way stop on 25th East, north of Highway 26.
okay, so go to,
By-
go to the,
where is it on here? Right there. Okay, so where is the,
gas stations right here. Yeah,
okay, so
that's
this
Highway
is,
26.
this
So
is
it's the
north
next
of
traffic
Highway
light.
26, not
Yeah.
south. Okay, that's where I was confused.
This is where we have bad
Okay.
accidents 3 times a year.
Okay, I know where that is. Think.
Some of the signal equipment, some of the stuff that goes in the cabinet for these is probably 13 to 15 weeks minimum lead time. And so if we went out to bid today and we awarded the bid basically a month from now, it'd still be late fall before the equipment probably could show up. And so there could be some costs in this year's budget and some costs in next year's budget. That's why I would like a decision from the commissioners, it's like,
Yeah.
we go out to bid on this and move forward with it.
Is Hitt Road still 50 at that intersection, or is it? did they drop
No, it's 40,
It's 40 now, right?
it's 40 now.
Yeah, it shows 50.
Yeah, that was, the plans have been in work for way over the time that we've actually changed the speed limit. So,
Yeah. Cause that was last year that you did the 40. wasn't it?
it was late last fall, I
Fall,
think,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm fine with it going out to bid. As long as we've got some money in the budget and see what it's gonna cost now, which probably everybody's wondering.
Yeah,
So the engineer's ready to send this out to bid,
they are,
or they have to dot a few i's.
they'll have to give
Double
us
check
the
their spelling.
advertisement to get to
Right,
actually.
which we didn't make any progress with in the legislature this year. The advertising thing, and the contract thing.
Yeah. So we still have to advertise them on the newspaper.
Yeah,
I say yes, what do you two say?
I see it.
Okay,
Yes,
Is that-
go out
Is
to
that
bid.
an action
actually.
item? Okay, so need a motion.
I'll make a motion to go forward with the bidding process on the 25th and 49th North traffic signal.
with
Second that.
Engineering.
what's it?
With four,
For.
I'll second it.
move seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
All right, this next is a conditional acceptance for the Hitt Road Plaza, Hitt Road improvements. Just north of Costco there on the east side of Hitt. About a 200-foot stretch of Hitt Road improvements that were
Oh,
accepted,
is
been built to county standards and expected to.
Brolem's going to be building
that's it,
east of Costco?
we don't know, and that that
On the opposite
division is
side.
in the city of Hammond.
Yeah. it's a
Oh,
Hammond
okay.
project. You want one there?
I would love a Brolem's there.
I'm happy with the one in Alpine. So it's all good.
Received all the inspection reports.
It was a very small little stretch of 25th East there.
200 feet, I think.
And who did it? Who was responsible for it?
The subdivision was.
Hitt Road Plaza.
Oh. I make a motion, do I need to?
You can do
Or do we just sign this without a motion?
the next two and just.
Together. Thank you, agenda.
The next one is a scope of work from Michael Baker International for the four-way stop analysis that we decided to do.
On the ones we talked about.
Yeah,
earlier.
right. They come up to be about $816 a piece, so wanted you to.
Wanted to be aware of what stop warrant analysis do cost.
We're providing the traffic counts and then they do the remainder. This one's more just for your information, I guess.
We don't need to sign anything.
Yeah, I don't think you have to sign anything. It's again for your information to make sure you're aware when we do these. Traffic.
Cost
requests
over
and-
$900 a piece to go.
Yeah,
I went through an intersection last month and there was a traffic count. They had somebody sitting there counting, they were sleeping.
We typically don't do.
It
those
wasn't,
people
it
that-
wasn't one of our intersections, but
Yeah. We typically
Just a
have the
little-
tubes.
yeah,
It
the tube
doesn't
counters.
matter.
well, this was, I think, auditing how many people made this turn or that turn.
Yeah. I've done a few of those myself and they're not the funnest thing to do.
Their caffeine.
Wait,
Yeah.
watching paint dry.
We'll just get those back and Dave will sign them.
Then I guess the last one is findings of fact, conclusions of law for the proposed vacation of public utility easement and Royal Vacation Home subdivision. I emailed
Anybody
that,
online to watch this one?
I emailed that to y'all. Did you
Yes.
have any comments, concerns? There's another copy of it, yes. John's
My
neighborhood,
neighborhood,
Royal
Oh,
Vacation Homes
okay.
up around.
It's been a few weeks ago since. we
Yeah.
it's down
heard.
towards Terry. This is the one. West. Up there, Terry. The neighborhood has the automatic gates
How often do those work?
all the time.
Yes, just a reminder, this was being requested so that they could do some water
Right.
system improvements up there.
And we wanna get it done so they can do it as soon as the ground thaws before the ground freezes.
I'm trying to figure out when things come straight to us, because the hearing was right in front of us, right? It didn't go to the planning and zoning or anybody like
The
that.
hearings on vacation.
Yeah,
is for
giving
subdivision.
back. Given. Our right back to the public.
You sign one of these or?
One of them, probably not three of them.
Here's one.
He's
Oh.
got a signed one there. So we need a, to accept the findings of fact.
I'll make a motion to accept the findings of fact and conclusions of law in re petition for abandonment and vacation of a portion of a public utility easement dedicated as part of Royal Vacation Home subdivision plat. Bongo County, Idaho.
Second that?
All in favor?
I,
Aye. Well, they can. Fix their. Water lines.
Well, we have 90 now.
Were there any other questions or?
I had a question on 45th East again. There's grumblings on Facebook about the fill they did between the sidewalk and the fences.
Yeah, there was
So
a.
it's acting as.
little up.
opposite of-
HK said they were gonna go back and fix it, and then they didn't go back and fix it, just the property level. The residential property level in their fence, and then we're 8 inches below their ground level on our side,
They have a particular place?
bunch of pictures.
Yeah,
There's a
it looks like.
On
picture for the number of,
Their gate and you can see a cinch.
Yeah. So it looks like it's between Green Willow and what's the other one?
it's just a
With the
grade,
hot signal.
and I,
First.
you know, grades in the country are.
But in- yeah,
We probably
It's
need
like
to
in that stretch right there, it's like on the west
put the
side.
dirt on our side and bring it up to grade so that it doesn't.
Okay.
Fence isn't weakened, their wall,
Yeah,
one of them had a,
it looked like it's from the Hitt Road side going into the fence, so it's too high. That's what my,
oh, I thought it was, were those pictures from the property owner's side? I thought they were from the
I think they were
outside.
from
and
the
we-
outside, but
We dropped the,
yeah, it looked to me like it was,
yeah,
that it needed to be excavated, not added to that.
Do you have a Facebook that we can,
We don't.
the easiest way to do that is to share, well, we can. Okay, because a lot of times there's somebody will post something, it's like, gosh, just
Yeah.
send that to. So
If you can post it to Brad Clemens. And he can maybe get it to me that way. Would that-
well. We can set up a private Facebook group. So anything that's sent back and forth, my wife does that with 3 different family groups that everything. That they're the only ones that you have to be anyway, but it's not like we're sending top secret information about war plans in Yemen, right? So, but it would be nice to be able to just click on that post and share it with that close Facebook group or whatever, so that you could see the pictures.
Where, do you remember where you saw it on Facebook?
I got it right here.
Oh.
Under Life in Idaho Falls and
Yes,
Oh,
it's the Life in Idaho Falls page. I'll ask Brad if he can set up a group that we're all on and Austin's on and he's on. Actually,
well, then somebody's gonna have to remember to check it.
well, the upside is you get a notice. Yeah, you get a
A
notice
notice.
when you're tagged to a post, but
That looks like this is on
private
the
Facebook.
outside, right? This is on the inside.
Remind you of that. Okay.
So is there stuff from inside?
Well, it's a long term we've used the heck out of. And
I gathered from the
Yeah,
verbiage there that it was from that it was pushing from.
well, when somebody else
roadside.
posted pictures and there were 3 different ones that ended
Yeah,
up showing their dirt. And none of them was Mr. Coombs.
we can check into it and see what we.
yeah, if we just.
Can I see it? I'm not very good on Facebook. Not too much.
You're probably too young.
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
it on the west side?
Yes,
I think it's still going on.
Where the,
I just never got on social media because of my,
Yeah,
because of my jobs. Well, it's when I was at the US Attorney's Office when it got big.
I was wondering, you made that comment about you talked to your buddy in the US Attorney General's office to see how the transition was going. And then the next week, all the crap. But
That was already-
everybody, where the Pennsylvania was different the next week.
Well,
I do.
he's come on through a lot of stuff, so we'll see.
Picture to show you of, so this, and you'll have to zoom in on it. This is 115th East.
Okay.
One of the big dugways. So if you zoom in right
Right.
at the top of that dugway, there's a drift that's probably close to 15 feet deep.
oh, yeah, you see
Yeah.
tracks going up in there.
So those dugways and those drifts are why we don't open the road right away, even though down here, everything went well.
Right.
There was no reason for the
Yeah,
gates to be closed.
have an auger to turn loose to go up and shoot through that.
They are going to try to go up there and start working at it
They're
today
just gonna hammer on it with a,
with
road
a V
grader and a
plow,
V
with a
plow.
road trailer and front end loader and stuff. So they're gonna be working on it. But if you get calls from like Dave Chapel about why the road isn't open yet,
cause you guys drove across that drift and packed it down and it's hard pack ice and we can't get through it. And if you'd stay the heck away from it,
So this is
Yeah,
looking
okay.
towards the
this is
it's looking south.
south, okay,
up towards that big dugway.
okay.
And that's
And the-
why we haven't opened.
That's a
the
heck of
roads.
drift.
The road's really soft too, it looks like still.
So the road is pretty soft, which, I mean, most of the snow is off and they can get the snow further off and allow the road to dry out, but getting through that drift is gonna take a while.
Yeah,
And so, again, you might be getting calls from Dave Chapel.
Yeah, he's usually got seed that needs to go to Oregon.
Oh.
Cause they're starting
Were
way
you able
ahead
to
of
see
us
that,
and needs
Commissioner?
to get it out of there.
Yes, yeah, I did, thanks.
It's just. We're opening a bunch of roads,
Yeah.
we're starting, they're gonna hit them really hard on Monday. They're gonna start to be going through Cats and Eagle and stuff like that, but we are not going to open the gate until the road's dry.
Who's gonna do the grading up on Caps? Is there any,
Probably
is there any of his
Richard.
grass we can still leave next to the road, or did we peel it all up last year?
So most of where Hawkins is right there,
Yeah.
it's all gone, it's, again, these big drifted areas on the dugways and stuff.
Oh, no, I meant the grass that
That-
we worked so hard to get growing along the,
Yeah.
but then we graded off last year.
Yeah, Richard has been talked to about that. But we've got,
You know, it's funny,
West
when
Broadway.
Jacobson first started up in Swan Valley, got lots of complaints about how he didn't know what the hell he was doing with that road grader and blah, 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 blah. But I think that was from the old guard that
some of the old.
Used to do it.
maybe used to do it, maybe. But everybody just thinks he walks on water now, or at least drives his road grader across the water, because
He's still learning, but
Lots
he's
of good.
doing a lot better.
well, I think most of the comments this year were about what long hours he must work, and he must never go home after it starts snowing, because he gets it all done and then goes back and does it all again. Somebody made the mistake of making a negative comment about the roads up there. And they just got landslided by all the locals who,
Go live in town if you're worried about that, huh?
yeah, no, it was good to see a public uprising in support of the county
Yeah.
employee who really does try hard to do a good job.
He does, he tries hard, and he's alone up there, so.
Yeah,
Heaven forbid.
and he's doing
sick.
stuff that I never. Didn't you get in one of the road graders?
I have never,
Oh, I thought you,
no, I went on
went
a
on
ride
a field
along.
trip out there and got in the road grader.
No,
I've never even been in the Cabot one.
I might be too scared.
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
Their joystick control that.
I got pulled out snowbank by one.
So did your nephew.
I just got a
Way back
text that they're raising the tank on the water tower
How?
Monday at 8 a.m.
Rexford.
Oh,
No, how, Du Bois.
That's
Back up in there, you
city
took the road that goes over and goes down Rexford
It is interesting now, the
and end up off the road,
uproar about
300
the
feet
whole.
down and it's. a walk.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't, it just. It's very sad.
cool down.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Whoever, and guess. who
Anything
county
else?
plow,
What do you got, Blair?
maybe a state.
I don't have anything today.
But-
Got a lot of stuff to talk to Lance about. We'll be on the agenda. for
You'll
next week.
sift.
Okay,
Thanks for sending this. I shared it.
How's, the thaw coming up there?
Good.
Changing the leachate numbers.
Yeah, substantially, so. Yeah, we've got a spot somewhere where we're getting outside water infiltrating into our leachate system, so. We've been doing some research up there and some walking and looking and.
Get
so
one of
far,
those,
yeah, found it
get one of those guys with the sticks.
with the sticks.
Water witchers.
And see if they
Get
can
him,
find
get a water witcher and say, we've got water going into this around here. See how good he is.
Yeah.
There's one
Last
up in the
year-
valley up there, everybody swears by,
Yeah,
never missed a well.
last year we had it, we thought that we were getting some outside water last year and we found a couple of spots that we fixed and thought we had it under control, but. We've got a transport pipe that runs right alongside of our leachate pipe. And it's probably this high out of the ground on both ends. And last year I was sitting there by the pond, cause I was concerned about the level and there was water coming out of that pipe. Well, it's not hooked to anything on this end, not hooked to anything on this end, but there's water coming out of the pipe, which is virtually impossible. But it was, so I put a hose on, put it back up there.
Huh.
And then, so I thought about it and I'm like, that's just weird.
How big's the pipe?
It's 12-inch pipe.
Well, so you can run a drone with a camera.
4-inch, yeah. So, day before yesterday, we was up there walking around and I just walked up to that pipe and put my head up against it and you can hear the water running into it. So they've hit it when they put the leachate pipe in. And the storm water is finding its way
Broken
into
it and
that
getting
pipe.
in.
So I'm worried that they have hit the leachate pipe. And
Yeah,
that same
getting
water
in.
source is feeding that leachate pipe. So yesterday Joel went in, I was off yesterday, but Joel went in and dug out both drainages on both sides of that pipe. And dug them down below what the natural drainage is, and then we're gonna see if we can see where that water. But I worry that they've hit that pipe and that pressure is pushing through like a void in the rock or
Right,
something.
yeah.
That's really rocky right there.
Little
It's found
artesian
its way
well
into
coming
that
up
pipe.
inside your pipe. That's
Yeah,
nice.
so we'll try to figure that out, but I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna have to. When it dries out, we'll take an air compressor up there and we'll cap one in and put an air compressor on the other end and fill that pipe full of air.
Bubbles come up.
See if we can hear it, or yeah, if you get some bubbles to come up or
Either
something.
that or you might be able to get a hold of Ham, and if it's 12-inch pipe, they can send.
Well, the problem is it goes like this.
Oh, it's a vertical pipe?
Well, it goes, yeah, it's runs horizontal, but it comes up out of the ground and then,
They can still run that
so I don't know if they can.
down a pretty good
Yeah,
grade.
but I think if we
They
just
can
put some
lower it
air on it,
down.
we could find it.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
find
it.
it, put it
That's
back.
If your leak is small enough, you can build up pressure,
Yeah,
or you use a big enough air compressor.
yeah. We'll get a big air.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's a big leak, the amount of water we're seeing, you won't be able to ever build pressure.
No, but I think you'd. be
No,
enough
but the
to
bubbles
hear
would
it.
come out somewhere.
Yeah.
Put
You
a
should be able to hear it, I would think, if you run. a
1480
125.
CFM compressor on there and
Yeah.
ramp it up to 80 PSI, you gotta get air coming out somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, nothing for the commission to this week, but actually, we've got to make some decisions, so. Lance and I'll get together and put them on paper. And see what the most important is for that.
Okay,
We're, our discussion go any further with the transfer station? Repair
that I.
after our little tour and
Well, that'll be on.
chat
That'll
about
be
that.
one of them on the next week's agenda. We need to talk about that and get that scheduled if we're gonna do it, what we're going to do if we're not going to schedule it. And then we are gonna have to shut the transfer station down for 3 days. While we do some repairs on our floor again, but the guy that's gonna do the repairs hasn't got it on.
His schedule.
Doesn't have it scheduled yet, so I need to touch base with him again, but we will have to shut down for probably 3 days. While they quickly repair. There's a section of that floor that runs. East and west, that's up by the hole, has came apart. So we're gonna have to go in there. They'll have to lift it up a little bit and burn it out, and then cut it out and re-weld it. Make some adjustments around the floor, that hole. It's a never-ending battle.
Whoa, it's a
So that's
tremendous,
gonna be the spring.
tremendously
Yeah,
high
hopefully in the
wear.
Next couple of weeks, we can get it scheduled.
High traffic area.
Wow, yeah,
We can't use that, we can't use that compactor. On that side, because if those guys get down on that floor and that floor had to separate and they got underneath it, they just roll it back and then we'd be more expensive.
Big fix. Yeah.
We'd be shut down for a couple weeks instead of just a couple days, so right now we've got it buried. And we've got them staying off of that side, running the other side, so we need to get it fixed so we can run our other compactor. Fun stuff at the lamp.
and we thank you for your fun stuff at the landfill. Seriously, for how efficiently you guys run things and. Oh, well. Also the relationship with DEQ.
I haven't heard anything more, so I know they were gonna talk to you guys. So.
and set up a meeting, yeah, so.
No.
Any
I talked-
progress on the monitoring,
What's that?
on the monitoring thing? Did you get your hole fixed or your,
It's
Where-
more about the leachate.
the
right?
leachate,
I mean,
yeah.
It's still, it's reporting weird. What,
I think it's pretty darn close. We went up there.
And
after I
actually
talked
did it?
to you. It was running half
Half
the
deep?
pipe.
okay,
You said it was, had to be running at least a half a pipe, and if,
yeah.
yeah, it was getting right with it, so I think it's closer than we think, which,
It's
It's
scary.
frustrating.
If it's that much, but
yeah.
So these are the people who can, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but. Where was I somewhere? They're telling me their daughter pays for 3 garbages to be picked up from the city of Idaho Falls, when I was talking about how expensive garbage was. I said, yes, you're paying for 3 of them to be picked up. You're not paying for 3 of them to be stored in our dump for the rest of forever, right? Because we just charge fees per household.
we just charge fees per household, so if he's paying for 3 cans, she's paying the equivalent of 3 other residents of Bonneville County for putting the garbage up there.
But
She only
we're
pays
not
once.
get, yeah, we're
No,
not
we're not
getting any
getting
of that money,
that.
but we're getting, like, one neighbor has 1 bin. The other neighbor
get the
has
same.
3 bins. The city gets to charge per bin. We
We-
can't, we get per household. So I've just been thinking a lot about making sure people understand
Cheap we really are.
how cheap we really are and,
well, and
well,
you
and
have one household with,
to at least.
that
think
generates a
about-
tremendous amount of.
Right, which is
waste,
fine if you've
and you
got, you
have
know, you got 6 kids,
A
but
household that doesn't,
yeah.
you know,
I just maybe like to raise a little awareness of, you know, your garbage doesn't just disappear into thin air. It's costing you money. It's going to cost you
when's
money.
hazmat? When's hazmat drop off day?
Not till September is what it has on the
I thought
website.
We did
No,
last year, it was
should
in
go
March,
April.
Should be
yeah,
straight.
It'll be May, the second Saturday in May and the second Saturday in September. So we'll have one coming up in May.
Yeah.
Okay.
we need to remember to encourage Dwayne, fire chief,
Mhm.
and the city to be really supportive of that. There's been ups and downs in how active the hazmat team has been and going out and helping people sort through stuff
Yeah,
and publicizing it, which they can do in their
Right.
electric billing mailer and send it out to everybody. So,
social media.
Do we have,
yeah, but
it came up in a meeting that we ran in Boise last week. Do we have a public outreach
No,
person in Bonneville County?
we're
No,
working on
it's
that
when-
concept. It's
Yeah, we'd
currently
like to
Brad
have one.
Clements. And all PIO, public information.
Yeah.
Goes through Brad.
So we need to hire a young, very bubbly, very.
We'll just hire one of the city, the city has 8, can we just hire one of theirs that maybe?
But
outgoing.
someone that has a vast imagination and can. You know, I guess, draw the public's
An
attention.
intern
Posts
in
and stuff
the
like that, because
Public
the
communications.
city of Boise has a sweet
Post-grad
little
program.
gal that does all their Facebook stuff.
Mhm.
And she is so I mean, she did a quick little 30-minute presentation there, but just. The cute little things and the stuff, and
Right,
part of that is for so they have continuous collection of hazardous waste. And so they have sites that they'll visit. During, different times of the week or on the weekends and they do these collections, but anyway, she had some really cute little posts that they put on Facebook, hey, come see us. And it's just, but that question was brought up, how many of the counties have, or the last.
Say that's Twin Falls,
Ada County.
What's that?
say Twin or Ada.
No, Ada, it was a city of Boise, but yeah,
Yeah,
she's a cute little state, but
It's-
anyway.
We've been getting this request from lots of different departments, and we were hoping the legislature would do away with that newspaper requirement so we could hire one, but I think that's not going anywhere. So, I don't know, we've got a lot of personnel deficits spread out throughout the county.
We agree with you.
Yeah, we would
No,
really like
and
to have something
I was
like
just
that.
And it's figuring out,
We
figuring
don't.
out how to do it, have somebody that is focused on that. Every day in the news, you see something about Bingham County. Okay, I don't know if they bought somebody at Channel 8 or East Idaho News. When East Idaho News calls us and says, hey, Bingham County's doing this, are you guys gonna do anything like it? How the heck do they know Bingham County's doing it?
Right.
Except that it's on Bingham County's agenda. I looked at their agenda and it just said, talk about this.
Hmm.
So how did this become something's, they've got a press agent that. And
Like the sheriff's office has.
yes,
Yeah. We could, we talked about that traffic concern report form and how difficult that was to find on our website. If you had a PIO, public information officer, they would be able to say, what do people need the most when they go to the website? And they could have it front and center instead of, buried. And maybe that's not the thing that people want, but it looks like to me quite a few people find it.
Yeah.
But
Call in and we'll direct them to it.
yeah, so anyway, just things like that. We have a ton of need for it, but figuring out how to pay for all this is,
Yeah, no, that was just, it was brought up that a lot of the smaller counties, smaller landfills, smaller counties have a public outreach person within the county.
I mean, if
A
you
lot
have
of those
somebody,
solid waste people utilize those people as their spokesperson.
right.
And that way you don't have just a person hired to just do the
Right.
landfill. Now, Ada is big and so is the city of Boise and they cover a broad area. So they have actual just a person that does all of that.
but if you have somebody who's interested in social media that would be willing to interface with Brad, we do have a Facebook page for Bonneville County. And Brad is the one who posts things on it.
Yeah, it
It's
seems
just
lately the road closures
Yeah,
and the open again.
Brad's wife,
Four ways,
PIO for the city PD.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we do
And she
have
does a
somebody
good
who can
job.
post things, but we'd really
Yeah,
like to
sure.
develop that a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to, like I said, that little gal, she's probably, I don't know, I'm just estimating, but I'll bet she was in her early 20s. But just that,
Yeah, it's because you don't pay them very much. The PIOs don't get paid very much,
very
slightly more than reporters.
very
So,
related, just really out there as far as vision. Just-
yeah, you don't want me in charge of your social media. I'm too old and crusty.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, very much.